Hey guys, what's up? It's Zams here, and yeah, today it's my first YouTube video, so if you guys could like and subscribe to the video, that'd be pretty good. And um I just want to get some support for the start of my channel. Not expecting that much, like 5 likes and some other stuff, but yeah. Okay, so well, oh yeah, one more thing. I'm gonna be making a lot of more Legends content in the future, so if you like this video, just stay on the channel, keep on attending it, I'll keep on treating you well. Okay, so, today I'm gonna be talking about this, Extreme Blue Super Saiyan Vegeta. Now, it's like, I was recently going through my box, I don't know, it's like I felt like, oh, I have a lot of units sitting in my box, a decent bit of Sparkings who are around, like, level 1k, 2k, I should, 598% them and, get them up to 3k, and I'm like, there's some good extremes in the game like Evil Boo, Nail, some like yeah, let's get all the extremes up to 598%, or at least the ones that I think are good. So I stumbled across this Vegeta while looking through them, and I just decided that this Vegeta actually looked really good. Well, not the best, but he looked actually pretty good for an extreme unit at this time of age. So let me explain why. This video is going to be mainly focusing on the Super Saiyan tag he has, because since, he's Super Saiyan Vegeta. But it's just going to be mainly focusing on this, because I think this is where he's a really good option, actually. If you don't have a couple of the units he'll be showing you later. Or one of the units he'll be showing you later. It's like, just giving my opinions before I go in depth, so if you don't want to watch the full video. Um, he can be a good bench, or, a decent unit. I'm not saying the best, but a decent unit on Super Saiyan category team. He's definitely not a meta shifter in any way. Like, the meta isn't gonna shift because he decided to pop in, and I made a video about him. That's not gonna happen. But it's like, um I think he's just a good option. Okay, so my Vegeta's at 5 stars and 3k, 598% like I said. But yeah, if you think this is a bit too much, it's like, what you have to keep in mind is the fact that he is a pretty old unit. I'm not exactly sure when he released. Let me just check quickly if there's like a date or something on here. Yeah, no real date. So not really that sure when he released. If I find it, I'll point it out. But yeah, okay. So he's a defensive type, and that's something. It's like, now I'm gonna switch over to Super Saiyan units. That's something the Super Saiyan team kind of lacks a little. It's like I pulled up 4 units before this. There's Super Saiyan Bardock, who, in my opinion, he's a good option. A good support for the Super Saiyan team. But keep in mind, he's a melee type. This Vegeta, transforming Vegeta, melee type. This Goku, range type, and this Super Saiyan Broly, who many people don't run on the team, but he's still Super Saiyan. Range type. Just making sure. Okay. Um, so it's like, it's kind of, the Super Saiyan team's kind of lacking a defensive type, because like, let me actually just pull this up on this Super Saiyan Broly quick. It's like, if we look in the Super Saiyan team at the moment, here are all the Super Saiyan Z abilities. There's Goku, Bardock, Go, and then Goku, Super Vegeta. I'm not really sure about this Vegeta. Let me open him up in a new tab. Yeah, he's another range type. So we really only have one kind of defensive option who actually worked with a lot of the units. Because, like, this Super Saiyan Vegeta, first of all, his level 3 Z ability is 26% to element blue and purple base blast damage during battle. And if we pull up the Super Saiyan tag list, who's blue? This Goku, this Bardock. Who's purple? This Vegeta. Who's ranged? This Goku is ranged. He's a range type. Who else is ranged? Actually, actually, a Super Saiyan Broly's ranged. You know, even for the units who aren't ranged, like this Vegeta and this Bardock, it's still a decent way to actually try and balance out, they're a bit, it's like trying to balance out the attack and damage output they get, and just up it a little. But it's like now moving on to some of the stuff he does. So it's like before I explain his main ability, I'm gonna kind of need to explain the extra. I'm gonna need to explain first of all his stats. 697 power level, almost topping 700k. It's like if we look at the Bardock, at level 3k, we'll just set him to the same stuff. 5 stars, and then all, you know, 721 k versus Vegeta, who is 697k. Now power doesn't really matter, but he's not that far behind the Bardock, so yeah. But it's like I'm just gonna use the Bardock as a real comparison, because since he's the other support type for the team, really. You see 1.18, 1.16, not that far behind. 1.25, 125.11 strike attack. Now this is where the Vegeta starts to show, lacking a little. His strike attack is at 111.43. Oh, sorry, I didn't set him to 5 stars. That could change everything up majorly. Yeah, okay, it doesn't really change things up that much. His strike, though, the defense is really where he shines. 82k on strike defense, 78k. This Bardock has more blast defense at 5. By actually only 5k more, so that's really not that much. But then it's like, also, sorry, that's a blast attack. Sorry. The blast defense actually topples the Bardock. So he's not as good as the Bardock, but in my opinion, he's pretty close in everything but strike attack. The strike attack is where you're gonna find lacking, but I mean, that's kind of obvious since the Bardock, he's a strike unit and he's a sparking, so that kind of sets the balance off a little. But okay, so now I'm just gonna talk about his green card as well, or his extra card, I guess. He reduces the next damage sustained by 30%. This applies until the enemy combo is finished. 20% to own key recovery for 15 timer counts. Now it's like 30%. That's 30% for a combo or the next combo. And the thing is, it's like if we pop into someone like this Goku, it's like transformed. If we pop into Goku transformed, you've really not you've really made me mad. Sorry. You can never destroy what I am. Reduces damage received by 40% for 5 timer counts when this character enters the battlefield. Restores own key. But it's like the part I want to focus on, reduces defense by 40%. This is off of a unique ability. It activates, just automatically. This Vegeta, his green art card, gives him 30%. And, he gives 20% to his own key recovery, for 15 timer counts when doing this. Now, honestly, it's like, in many ways that this green arts card is just kind of a worse version of this "you can never destroy what I am" from the Super Saiyan Goku. But it's like, first of all, the Super Saiyan Goku, look at the banners he's on. It's like, at the moment you can only pull him from Legends Premium and both Legends Premium. This Vegeta, on the other hand, you can pull him from Legends Premium, Legends Hybrid, the Ultra Space Time, and Master Pack, which is the most important because you're most likely to really pull him here with, the majority of ticket summons you'd be doing on Master Pack. But it's like, if you can pull that Vegeta, it's like, yeah, while he may be a worse version, he's almost like, I wouldn't say free to play, but he's a pretty easy to get option to replace the Goku at 5 stars. And the thing is, it's like, for Desperate Struggle, he restores his own health by 25% and ki by 50. He inflicts all enemy with attribute downgrade 10 plus to strike and blast cost for 15 timer counts. Now it's like, paired up with the green arts, that could be really good because it's like, he restores his health by 25%. Maybe gets back to 50, let's say you're at pretty low health. And then uses his green arts card, which, negates that next combo. And it's like, if the opponent doesn't really realize what his green arts card does completely, you could get your opponent off guard. He tries to go for a combo, but you take not that much damage, actually, considering the 30% damage reduction. And I'm not actually sure how this stacks, but I think if you pair it up with 2 green arts cards, I don't get my word on this. I think he'll go up to 60%, which then that it topples basically every other damage reduction in the game. I'm not exactly sure, so don't take my word for that as well. I didn't study every unit for this. Yeah. Um, but then at the same time, it's like I just want to talk about his ability. So it's like blue. It's like blue. It's like blue is a major type for this. It's like yeah, I'm gonna talk a bit more about its ability, but it's like blue is a major element for the Super Saiyan team. You see, we got this blue Vegeta, this blue Bardock, this blue Vegeta, this this blue Goku, and this blue, but no, sorry, and the purple Broly. But it's like if we look in it, 3 out of 5 of the characters who have Super Saiyan tags, Super Saiyan Z abilities, 3 out of 5 of the characters benefit from this, and that's really good because it's like that means he'll be providing a boost to Bardock, Vegeta, and Goku, especially to especially let me reload this to this Broly and to this to this Goku and this Broly. Both of them are ranged, so that'll really benefit them, and it'll be a decent pair for the Goku. But then at the same time, it's like with this ability, he just inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade 10 to strike and blast, and with his special, which it deals major impact damage, not really the important part here, but it inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade negative 20% to key recovery for 20 timer counts on hit. It's like, let's say you get a special ability and then use this main ability. You just pop the special move, maybe it connects. And you switch into the Goku, and then all of a sudden you get and then you just start getting these buffs. Restore your own key. And then yeah. And the thing is, it's just so good. It's just like yeah, it's just really good because it's like you can get this Vegeta pairing up with other units. And, like I said, he's not meta changing, He's not gonna break any metas, shift anything. But honestly, he is pretty good actually. And I wouldn't say, best, but he's decent. And it's like, his unique ability is not really that important here, Fate Android, 20% strike damage for 20 timer counts and face tag Android, not the best, but still that he can just get a bit more damage in on like if you're facing an opponent running an Android team with, some buffs switching to Android team, that's decently good. And also Rage, 20% the damage inflicted per defeated battle member. The thing is, that's pretty good, because it's like, let's say your Bardock gets taken down. It's like, your Bardock gets taken down, and, that's not that good, because all of a sudden, yeah, all of a sudden, like, he gets taken down, and then, but then this Vegeta benefits from it. I don't think the Goku benefits from it. Yeah, the Goku doesn't benefit from it, but it's like, then you just go into the Vegeta, and then it's just like you start fighting. You have a little, advantage, I guess, because you got a buff. But the thing is, it's like then once he dies, then this Goku benefits from it because, you know, he gets the second part of his. I'm gonna call it a passive. He gets the second part of this passive, and then all of a sudden, I'm pretty sure this is the second part of his passive. Restore zone key by 24%. No, it's this. Restore own health by 50%. Yeah, you see? So that's pretty good. But it's like, yeah, so just to really end it up and, wrap it up, this Vegeta, he's not game changing in any way. You know, definitely not better than Goku on the Super Saiyan team because, Goku is basically the main unit of the Super Saiyan team. Not better than the Vegeta. In some aspects, better than the Bardock. But you'd still run the Bardock over this guy any day. But the thing is, it's just, with his Z abilities, with his Z ability, with the things he provides, he can be a decent unit, if he's put on rotation. Or even on bench, he can still be a decent benefiter to have people like this Goku and the Super Saiyan Broly if you're running them. So it's like of course I wouldn't say he's the best. I'd say, he definitely can put a little bit more. He can pack a little more punch into the Super Saiyan team. Benefit it in some aspects that it needs, like defense, which it's kind of lacking a little. But with that, since most of the units are blast or melee, so it's like, yeah. Okay, so those are my thoughts on this Vegeta. You can put yours down in the comments if you want. Um, I don't know yet, but I may start a Discord for people who's just for my fans. It's not happening yet. I'll tell you when it happens if it happens in a video. But yeah, just wrapping it up. The Super Saiyan Vegeta not meta changing, but he's decent enough to be a run on the Super Saiyan team as rotation or bench. And yeah, well, okay. See you guys next time. I'm heading out.